I'm gonna keep it a buck. And the way in that, if you're trying to go ahead and achieve your goals, you're someone who is been trying to go ahead and just achieve and be your true self. And one thing that has really hindered me from doing that is being nice. And what I mean by that is that I'm trying to be nice to other people in that I don't actually I'm not being my best version. For example, playing a sport like basketball, you play a sport in there and you try to be nice. You're someone who is caring. How do I say this, man? You're someone who cares about other people's feelings. Uh, you care about if you go ahead and dominate, that might go ahead and hinder some people's opinions upon you. The best way I could say this is through like trying to go ahead and like cold approach girls, and has been a huge problem for me. And that, for example, I'm both black and white. I'm mixed, and say for example, I try to go ahead and cold approach a white girl, and there's multitudes of black girls that are around, and I'm not gonna go ahead and do that cold approach because I am caring about the black girls' opinions. Because if I go ahead and do that, if I go ahead and take that opportunity to go ahead and cold approach that white girl, they might think um, that I am a traitor, that I am that something's wrong with me, that I'm not doing the right thing by not going ahead and cold approaching for the black girl instead of the white girl. And I'm trying to be nice in that I don't want to go ahead and hurt the other people's feelings around me. Like, for example, if I go ahead and cold approach the white girl, I don't want to go ahead and hurt the people's feelings, like the black girl's feelings. I don't want to go ahead and hurt their feelings, and that hinders me from even doing the cold approach in the first place. And that really is something that is obviously, I believe, to be made up in my mind, and it's also things that have social media that has just fed in me over the time. And that could be something that a lot of people just struggle with. Um, Even though, like, going for a white girl, for example, like, me even saying that, so many people get triggered, right? Um, and I just feel like that's just more so how I believe it to be, and it is something that is really hindering my potential. And that could also be not even like in the race category. That could go ahead and be, for example, I go ahead and cold approach a girl, and there's another girl nearby. I don't want to go ahead and say, hey, like, by me cold approaching this girl, I think that you're unattractive. I think that this girl is not worthy enough. I am caring about the other person's opinions because I am trying to be nice to everyone. And if you want to go ahead and like manifest or just be the best version that you can't let that stop you. And I feel like that is something that really hinders me from just overall being in my full potential. That I don't go ahead and take opportunities because I am trying to be nice to others. And the matter of fact is that no one really cares. Those other people I'm trying to be nice to, it doesn't matter. But that is something that I have really struggled with, and that is something I really struggle with, being more in my unselfish nature, and it is something that itself is being selfish. You think about a past first player in basketball. You think about a player like Ben Simmons, for example. If he's passing like open layups, like the open layup he passed up in the Hawks versus Sixers game, he was being more so selfish, and by being more unselfish, by thinking that you're being unselfish, you're actually being selfish. And I'm trying to convince myself, if I could go ahead and just get better at doing cold approaches and being better in sports, like that is something that has been hindering me in sports for the longest. Like I have been way too nice in sports. For example, if I'm playing against a kid, like why am I gonna go easy on him, right? That's I'm being selfish, because if I give him my all against him, I'm getting better, he's getting better. And we're both trying to get better at the end of the day. And it it takes you down a deep cycle, and a negative cycle. And it could be hard to go ahead and break out of that cycle, because you're trying to be someone who everyone likes. You don't want to be a guy someone you don't want to be a person someone dislikes. You're trying to be someone everyone likes. And since you're trying to be that person, that is actually hindering your potential. And I have watched Neuro Knowledge does a great video on this. That is one of the videos that I really liked by him, was that nice people don't manifest, or bad people manifest. Bad people don't like bad yeah bad people manifest. I think that's the title of that video. And I also, bro, I have had like coaching calls about this. um the quote unquote free coaching calls, but they're trying to go ahead and sell you their game plan and stuff like that. um I was on a free coaching call with a guy for 2 hours, and I didn't buy his course. And I was broke too. I can't afford to get it. Um, but yeah, man, we're talking, and I was someone who was more so afraid to show my physique, and that I didn't post images of my body, of me being in shape, by me hitting my lifts. For example, I could bench 225. I could squat 275. I could do 225 for reps. And that was something that I never put onto my Instagram. Like, my Instagram has always been something that has been dry. And I've always been afraid to show off achievements, because I didn't want to make other people feel bad or feel incompetent about their lives. And that is just hindering my life. I was afraid to go ahead and wear like nice clothing that would show my physique, because I didn't want to make people feel incompetent. I was afraid of looking my best I can, because I didn't want to make other people feel incompetent. I didn't want to feel like I'm making people feel less than, or making people feel like they're not good enough. And that's just hindering my potential. And that is something that a lot of us, you're probably struggling with, is that you're caring about other people, and that you are trying to make those other people like you. And by you doing that, that is hindering your potential. You're afraid to go ahead and have haters. You're afraid to go ahead and have people who dislike you. I can't think of any great person that has done anything great in life who doesn't have haters. Like people who dislike them, people who disagree with them. Right? Jesus, Martin Luther King, any president, any world leader, any king, people hate against them. And if you don't even have to be like that level of a person. You could be semi successful. Right? You could be an influencer. You could be someone who uploads videos. I could, you could be in the same type of position I'm doing. Like people might watch this video and completely hate me. People might hate me for doing that concept of me trying to go ahead and approach the white girl while there's other black girls around me, and I don't want to go ahead and have them feel like I'm like whitewashed. Like I'll only like white girls. He only goes for white girls. That is something that is obviously like in the hood a little bit. Unfortunately, there's a lot of negativity in the hood, and that's probably a reason why I have that huge limitation on me. And that is something that has really hindered my potential. Like I don't want to be viewed as like a traitor or someone who doesn't like appreciate their race or someone who's trying to be like whitewashed. I I I I don't I I I I don't like going down that path, man. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with it now. It's something that you just have to go ahead and accept. Is that you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people who dislike you by you being successful, by you becoming a better person, by you becoming a better individual. You're gonna have people if you take an opportunity and it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if you get the exception, like you get the number or you get rejected. Like for example, you could say, I approach the white girl, I get rejected by the white girl, and you could think like in your mind like scenarios that your anxiety likes to go ahead and make, like the black girl is gonna just go ahead and say, that's what he gets, that's what he deserves, that's what he gets for being whitewashed, a traitor, and this is just me like keeping a buck, and it's something that you just don't really see on social media in general. But that's just all anxiety inside my head. And the moral of the story is people are gonna not like you for taking the opportunities that you had the balls to go ahead and take the opportunity. People are unfortunately people like David Goggins says this, like it's one of his like one of the most one of his most viewed, or just a clip that pops up a lot, is that everyone has a messed up world. Like everyone has things that is hindering them. Like if it could be family issues at home, it could be whatever it is. A lot of that negativity that first and foremost, a lot of that anxiety is just made up inside of my mind, like inside of your mind as well. And that anxiety inside of your mind is the major reason why it's stopping you and stopping me. And I just have to go ahead and ignore it because I just have to let go of that. But a lot of people do have their messed up worlds, man. Like, for example, you think about it for just like like me. I think about my old self, watching a lot of dating videos at home, being afraid to go ahead and talk to girls, watching the hub, scrolling on social media, 8+ hours of screen time, like not nothing getting really beneficial in my life, and of course you're gonna feel some animosity. Of course you're gonna feel some different, some negative emotions about some people that are taking the opportunities that you want to go ahead and take, the opportunities that you know you should be able to take, but you're just afraid to go ahead and take them. And of course, it's just the way that the world uh, unfortunately is. And I believe that me and you watching this, um, don't let those emotions hinder our relationships. At least I don't hope for you that you don't let those uh, negative emotions like jealousy, all those, like, it happens, man. It happens. Like it happened for me for friendships, and it just ruins stuff. And you just try to be someone who's liked by all. And unfortunately, you're not going to be successful if you're liked by all. And there's going to be some people who hate you. There's going to be some people who don't like you seeing your progress. There's going to be some people who feel incompetent about you seeing progress. Some people are going to see like you being weak. A lot of people are going to see. A lot of people are going to like to see you in that solution of being in the struggle of not being good. Because if you're on that level, you're not able to go ahead and surpass them. And that is something that really, it's messed up, man. It's really messed up, and something that shouldn't even really. I mean, it's in the world, unfortunately, but you know your true potential, man, and that is something that's harming us from being our true self. Is that we try to be nice, right? We're caring about other people's opinions, and we're trying to be liked by them. We're trying to be nice to them, even though they don't really care about you, to be honest. Um, they don't. They're thinking about their own messed up things. They're thinking about their own problems. Thinking about their fear, their fear and anxieties driving them. It's, it's, it's something that shouldn't stop you, and has been stopping me for a while. And I'm glad I'm on the right track with this. But that has honestly been something that has really hindered my whole entire development as a person. If it's trying to go ahead and talk to girls, if it's trying to go ahead and be good at a sport, if it's job opportunities, if it's money opportunities, if it's career opportunities, is something that has really hindered me, and it's something that I wish my younger self would have known. And hopefully, just take a chance to go ahead and deserve it, man. Um, if you're a guy watching this, if you're trying to go and cold approach a girl, for example, and you see that the girl is maybe sitting next to another girl, are you trying to be nice to that girl, or the other girl sitting over there, and the girl that you actually like is sitting like right there, and the only thing you have to do is just go and talk to her? Like, are you trying to be nice to the other girl because you don't want to go hurt her feelings by you not approaching her? You don't want to go ahead and approach her. For example, she might be like overweight or something like that, and you don't want to assume that she, like, you're trying to entertain everyone. You're trying to make everyone feel good. You're trying to make everyone feel happy, and that is hindering your potential, bro. Just take the opportunities, um, and stop being this made up nice version. This made up nice. I would say it's like you still be a good person. Just don't let other people. Just don't be nice, and that letting other people harm your potential, harm your opportunities, and harm your growth. Peace.